before I get started, I forgot to mention a couple stuff from Hulk Hogan. I mean, I mentioned the Hall of Fame and everything, but I forgot to mention, his record of matches, the total wins and losses, and my favorite and least favorite match. So I'll just do them real quick. Hulk Hogan, he had a total of 12 matches, a record of 8 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw against Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 4. Now, his best match, personally, I've said that it was Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. I think it's still the best one, just for the hype and the fact that Hulk Hogan finally put somebody over for once, which is great. And his worst match, if I had to pick one, I would I want to say the one with Yokozuna just for the sake of it. Hell, I didn't like the one with Sid Justice either. The Mega Maniacs one was terrible as well. He has a lot of shit matches, but I'm gonna go with Money Inc. versus the Mega Maniacs just because it ended in a DQ where Hulk Hogan could at least lost clean for fuck's sakes. But yeah, that would be my least favorite one. Aside from that, let's talk about the modern Hulk Hogan in this era, John Cena. What's up, guys? It's me, the A-Lead XX Prince. And if I haven't done the intro already, or if I have, too bad, you guys get it again. If not, you guys got it now. Anyways, John Cena. Why did I choose John Cena to be one of the heroes of WrestleMania? Because, like I mentioned, he's technically like the modern Hulk Hogan. People have said this for years. And I think John Cena went from some guy that we didn't believe would ever be at the main event to the guy that we're tired of being in the main event, which is kind of crazy to think about. But I think John Cena has had some pretty good matches, and I've seen him improve in the ring as the WrestleManias went on because, first of all, he was supposed to be in a rap battle against Jay-Z at WrestleMania 19, but I guess Jay-Z was in prison or he had a record or whatever the fuck happened. So John Cena got pissed off. It didn't happen. It could have been great. Nope. I'm being dead honest. It could have sucked ass. But John Cena, he debuted at WrestleMania 20 officially in the opening match for the United States Championship against the Big Show. He has a little rap for the people. He beats Big Show. Good little moment for John Cena. I don't hate this match as much as other people do. I still think it's a really iffy ass match, but even this is not that bad. I mean, fuck. However, what is bad is WrestleMania 21. First of all, the feud for JBL versus John Cena was really good, but the match made no sense. First of all, you were ready for John Cena to fuck up JBL. Instead, we have rest hold. Oh my god. What a terrible way for John Cena to be win his first ever WWE Championship. It was bad. But John Cena wins his first ever WWE Championship in a really shitty ass match. I really feel bad for the guy. I mean, fuck. And at the time, he was a Thugonomics character, which I enjoyed. I really do like John Cena still to this day. But, I mean, there was times where I really didn't like him. And we'll get to what all of that shit. But, I went to see this next match. Not live, obviously. But I saw WrestleMania 22, Triple H versus John Cena. A lot of people have mixed feelings about the match. People say it's great. People say it's terrible. What do I think about the match? I think it's good. I'm being dead honest. Triple H and John Cena had a really good match. First of all, they had phenomenal entrances. John Cena at the time had really ridiculous entrances that I still love to this day. But I think my favorite one would be this one with the whole Chicago crowd. John Cena with a gun. CM Punk was part of the entrance. That's another thing. Even CM Punk has talked about this in the pipe bomb. How he wishes that one day he would main event WrestleMania instead of, pushing John Cena to the moon and shit. But you know what? That's for another story and a different time, not even for a WrestleMania type video. But John Cena went on to face Triple H in the main event of this WrestleMania. First time he ever main evented WrestleMania, and it was a really good match. And he made Triple H tap out, which was weird for once. I mean, and I was just like, okay, Triple H taps out. What's next for now? And eventually I wish we had personally what I would have done. And this is just me, guys, but Backlash, we had a triple threat match between Triple H, Edge, and John Cena. Why couldn't we just have that match? I mean, granted, we had another triple threat match earlier that year with Orton, Angle, Mysterio. And we could have had that. I mean, personally, I would have didn't mind that. I mean, Because, I mean, Edge definitely deserved the main event that show. And Triple H just came out of nowhere, really. I mean, what the fuck did Triple H do in 2006? I mean, in the beginning of 2006, let's see. And the fact that he was a face, which is weird because in the previous one he was a heel. So, and there was a bunch of random shenanigans with Triple H. But, anyways, we were supposed to get this match again at the following WrestleMania. Thank goodness we did not get that match. Instead, we got John Cena versus Shawn Michaels. Holy shit, was this a good ass match. At the time, this was my favorite John Cena match. Obviously, I prefer the one that they had early on Raw, the one with Michaels winning. I thought that match was 10 times better. But this one was still a really good match, and I'm still blown away. And Shawn Michaels was bleeding like a motherfucker. It was just a really good match. People say that, Shawn Michaels carried John Cena. Shawn Michaels carried him. No, this was a really good match. The story was kind of weird. I feel like people hardly remember the story. People mainly remember the match. And that's kind of like one of the saddest things about this match, personally. Because I even forgot about the feud. I know that they were tag team champions going into it. Yeah, there's that. And the whole entrance of John Cena in the car, it was still a really good match. It was still a really amazing match to watch. And I still go back to watch it. Despite Shawn Michaels tapping out to John Cena. Because personally, I would have just had Shawn Michaels lose to an AA. Tapping out, not really. I didn't think he needed that one. But then at WrestleMania 24, he does fight Triple H. But not just that. He takes on Randy Orton. Randy Orton, Triple H, and John Cena, the three biggest names at the time, did not main event the show. First of all, I'm shocked. I really liked the match. I actually really enjoyed this triple threat match. It's a really short match, WrestleMania 24. They had a rematch at Night of Champions 2012, I want to say. No, not 2012. Fucking 2010. 2009, there. This one was 2008, and the previous one was 2009. But this was a really good match. I really enjoyed the match. It was a little bit short, which I'm actually fine with because, I mean, you really wanted to see these guys fight for like an hour or like 30 minutes, I should say. I mean, it was still a good match. I really enjoyed it. And it was given the right amount of time. And I really liked the finish of, Triple H hitting the pedigree on John Cena. Randy Orton hits the punt on Triple H, but still pins John Cena. Showing like the feud could continue on. With Cena and Orton. Granted, we end up getting like 3 million matches in 2009, but it's a whole different story. WrestleMania 25, speaking of, we get Edge, John Cena, Big Show. Holy shit. First of all, I feel bad for all these competitors, except Big Show, because he did not deserve this fucking spot. I felt bad for Edge and John Cena, personally. First of all, they go right after Taker and Michaels, which people have considered the greatest match of all time. I'll get to that later. But, why the fuck did we get Edge and Cena? Edge and Cena. Why didn't we just get that? I mean, it would make more sense. And Edge would have definitely should have deserved to gone over because the World Championship was going to SmackDown anyways. There was no freaking point of having it go to... It was just stupid. I mean, it was still an enjoyable match. I'll still give it a pass, but it was just stupid that... Why did John Cena win this one? I'm like, fuck. Why does John Cena, like, at the point... Why did John Cena have to win? Edge definitely deserved this moment a lot more. Because he was feuding with Big Show, too. Because at the time, Edge was dating Vicky Guerrero. Big Show kisses Vicky Guerrero. And then, like, now it's like a legit triple threat match. And Edge could have, like, actually been like, oh, shit, I actually beat Big Show and John Cena. And, man, that could have been so much better for Edge. But, John Cena had to win. Either John Cena, the one that walked in the ring, or the 3 million that came out of in his entrance. I had to tease that in there. But next match, and this is the one that I went to. Batista, Cena. I already mentioned that I was part of Mania 26. Batista and John Cena was one of the matches I was excited for because the story was fucking great. John Cena... basically Batista was the CM Punk that we know today. Batista was talking shit about John Cena, like, kissing babies and hugging fat chicks. I will still remember that to this day. It was a great promo. And, it it was like a really good match. And John Cena, I knew John Cena was gonna win. There was no ifs and buts about it. I knew John Cena was gonna win, and I didn't have a problem with John Cena winning. I just hated two things about this. One, that Batista tapped out. That made no sense. Why the hell would Batista ever tap out to John Cena? It was made no fucking sense. And then I hated that John Cena beat him 2 other times, and this time more cowardly. This time John Cena throws him over the car, or this is stupid, but John Cena used duct tape to beat Batista. Even Batista to this day says that is stupid. But that's why my favorite out of those 3 matches was this one. Not my favorite match out of both of these guys, that I will go to SummerSlam 2008. Not just because Batista won, but because the story was there and it deserved it more. But overall, I thought this match was a really good match, despite ending with Batista tapping out. I thought it was a really good match, really enjoyable, and I'm not just saying that because I was there live. Next match, WrestleMania 27. He ends up taking on The Miz for the WWE Championship. The Miz walks in as WWE Champion. His second WrestleMania, and he's the WWE Champion. Can you imagine that shit? And he's in the main event. Miz is like, oh my god. He's at the top of the world. And you know what happens to The Miz later? It's pretty damn sad. But I feel bad for The Miz in this match because all it did is set up Rock and Cena, which I'll get to. But, I mean, definitely The Miz deserved something better for this moment. But, I mean, at least Cena didn't win. Miz ended up beating John Cena because The Rock helped him. And then eventually The Rock beats the shit out of The Miz. And then Rock stands tall, which was garbage and ruined WrestleMania 27 for what it already was. So, yeah, I mean... And the match overall was pretty crappy. I think the only memorable moment was the whole John Cena spearing Miz, and then they both like land on the concrete floor with Miz getting a sad ass concussion. It was like bad. Even I would be like sad if that happened to me. But you know, still a great match. Not a great match. Fuck, still a dud of a match. Not a dud, but like not. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I mean, there were some good spots, but overall it was pretty sloppy for the most part. And it was stupid that it just set up one thing. But that one thing that they did set up was amazing. John Cena, Rock, Mania 28, and the main event of WrestleMania 28. Once in a lifetime. Definitely deserved to be in the main event. It definitely deserved to be once in a lifetime. This was the match I was anticipating for a whole year. I was 13 when this match happened. I was like, holy shit, when the hell this match happened? And at the time, I actually wanted John Cena to win because this could have been the perfect way to turn John Cena heel. And he didn't. Rock beats John Cena. However, I still love that John Cena loses clean to The Rock. And because it's once in a lifetime, I feel like it should have just been there. It should have just ended there. Because, I mean, if it's once in a lifetime, they definitely should have this should have been the one thing that John Cena couldn't do. And then, like, John Cena just leaves. So then the following WrestleMania, he could have gotten something great, but he didn't. And personally, this is my favorite John Cena WrestleMania match. I think this is my favorite one. Out of all the WrestleMania matches, yes, I enjoyed it more than Shawn Michaels and Cena at Mania 23. I enjoyed this one a lot more. It was just a really well built. The entrances, despite them being long as hell, they were enjoyable with MGK and Flo Rida coming out. It was good. Just a really good match, and the fact that The Rock beat Cena, I like how it ended too, with John Cena doing the people's elbow, and then Rock reverses it to Rock Bottom, like, ha, fuck you, and hits it, and like, that was just good. That was a good match. It was like those matches that I had to go back and watch, and you know, a lot of people don't like the match because you know, The Rock wasn't moving the same, but what did you expect? It was still a fucking great match. It could have been a disaster, but I fucking loved the match. It was a really, really good match. Granted, why not the match of the night? That will go to Triple H and Undertaker by far. But this is still a phenomenal ass match and my favorite Cena match of Mania. Next match, oh shit, WrestleMania 29, Rock and Cena. Why did we have the rematch if it wasn't going to lead to nothing except John Cena getting his win back, and this time for the WWE Championship? First of all, this is the first time the WWE Championship looked different for the first time since the spinner belt. You know, it looks kind of like the one that we have now, but slightly different, I guess. And this is the last time John Cena ever main evented a WrestleMania until like maybe WrestleMania 34, maybe 35. But I did not want to see this match again. I mean, it had potential if they did something cool. What the fuck was that? And instead, what they did, first of all, the crowd was dead for this match, which is sad. And all this match was a bunch of finisher fest. 30 rock bottoms, 30 FUs. John Cena hits a rock bottom, but that doesn't win the match. I mean, I remember watching this live. John Cena hit a FU. I went to go get a glass of water, and then the match was over, and I had to rewind it to see what the hell happened. And it's led to the stupid ass moment of John Cena or Rock passing the torch to John Cena. Actually, I don't think it's that stupid. That didn't really bother me. What bothered me was that this match had potential doing other clever things, but instead it was just a finisher fest, and it just killed the match. And rewatching it, it's not that good. I mean, I gave it a pass at the time, but now thinking about it, it's not that great. It's just really bad and really forgettable. Why did it get match of the year? That's what bothers me the most. But WrestleMania 30, I assumed he was going to face The Undertaker, but he doesn't. He ended up taking on Bray Wyatt, the smaller version of The Undertaker. And, well, that fucked up Bray Wyatt because he was over as shit. I mean, at the beginning he wasn't, then he was, and then he loses to Cena, which fucked him up until now. So thank goodness Bray Wyatt isn't completely buried. But, I mean, this match was really good. Honestly, I was more excited for this than Bryan and Triple H. People were all like, what's the match you're excited for more? And a lot of people said Brock and Taker, Bryan and Triple H, the main event. Hell, I knew like a couple people that were actually excited for Shield versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws. I'm actually shocked. But I know a lot of people were excited for different matches. Me, just like other people, were excited for Cena Wyatt the most. First of all, I liked the video package of Eminem's Legacy. That was really good. And I felt like the way this match was booked, I felt like it could have done something cool. Like, all this match did was try to turn John Cena heel. And it was some good wrestling, first of all. I like that moment where John Cena hits the "You Can't See Me." Bray Wyatt stands up like the Exorcist, and then John Cena freaks out. That was a really funny-ass moment, but I don't like the whole story of John Cena trying not to turn heel. But overall, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was a really good match, but I really wish Bray Wyatt won. Or at least, actually, personally, I wouldn't mind this if John Cena actually hits Bray Wyatt with the chair. I would have been perfectly fine with that, because that would say that the feud is not over. Because if John Cena gets DQ'd, the feud is not over. So that's really good, And John Cena could take a loss. I mean, come on, he beat The Rock. Come on, and he wasn't even gonna pin Bray Wyatt. Like, that could have been great, but no. It was still a good match. It was still a really enjoyable match. I'm not gonna lie. And then WrestleMania 31. Holy shit. Does this get weird? First, this is the last WrestleMania I'm going to talk about for John Cena. He faced Rusev for the United States Championship, which at the time was really great. At the time, the United States Championship was better than the WWE Championship, and thanks to John Cena, because I really loved that John Cena beat Rusev, because at the time I really didn't give a shit about Rusev, so there was no point of even giving a shit. And at the time, the Springboard Stunner was debuted, and you know what else was debuted on the camera? Me. That's right. Yes, this is one of my early reviews. John Cena versus Rusev at Mania 31. It's one of my earlier reviews, and it was really good. It was a really good match. I actually don't hate it as much as people do. It's not as rewatchable, obviously, because it's Rusev and Cena, but I mean, come on. Cena, United States Champion over a WWE Champion. Come on. Can't deny that. WrestleMania 32, he had to miss because he was injured. But he does happen to come out and team up with The Rock for no apparent reason and bury the fucking Wyatt family. Now, John Cena could possibly go after The Miz and see what happens there. It looks like a really exciting match this year. I wonder what the hell is going to happen. And this could be a perfect way to redeem himself from Mania 27. That'll be it for the Super John Cena. He has a record of 12 matches, soon to be 13. Soon to be 13 matches. But, yeah, soon to be 13 matches. He has a total of 9 wins and 3 losses. If I have to pick my favorite John Cena WrestleMania match, like I said, I'm going to have to go with The Rock and Cena, the first one. that was just really well told, and basically showing that John Cena doesn't like that. Yeah, I'm the top guy, but at least I'm here every day, not like The Rock. You know, that was just a really good story, and I think it was the best match for Cena to lose to. First of all, shocking that Cena lost. And if I had to pick my least favorite Cena match, easily the one with JBL, because even though it's a great moment for Cena, it was a terrible match. Can't deny that. And I guess that will be it. Next guy, I'm going back old school because I have to. And if you don't know who it is, well, you're about to know. Ooh, yeah. Till next time, it's me, it's the ALE Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out.